So hello dear students and welcome to EduTap. So guys, I hope all of you are doing well, and today we are here to analyze the paper that you appeared for yesterday. So today this is the analysis for English part, and we'll also have another session for the ERD and ESI part at 5 p.m. today. So guys, today this is an analysis for the descriptive English part. So guys, let everybody join in, and then let's see how the paper was. So guys, do tell me how was the experience. I hope all of you were able to complete your paper in time, and all of you had ample space and everything to write your answers. But yes, from all the feedbacks that I have received till now, the interface was really poor. That's what I understood from your feedback, because this time there was a small dialog box, or there was a box right next to the question where you had to type in all of your answers. And students told me that it was very difficult for them to scroll and look at the answers and everything that they were typing in the exam. So yes guys, so let me know if I'm audible and if I'm visible to everyone, and just type yes or no in the chat box guys, and then let's begin the session. So this is an analysis for the descriptive English NABARD Grade A, which took place yesterday. So guys, how many of you appeared in the exam? Please do share with me, how was your experience? Was it good? Was it bad? Was it okay? Were you able to finish the test on time? Did you panic or not? Or what are the problems that you faced? And then we'll discuss the paper itself. Right? It's not the exact paper, but on a memory-based paper, whatever was thrown at you in the exam, we'll discuss that. And it was obviously a surprising test, as most of the students told me. They were not expecting these kind of questions. They were not expecting these kind of reading comprehension or letter topics. But that's the same for everyone. So nobody expected this kind of paper. So that's one thing that we've learned from this, that we should be ready for different scenarios. We should prepare for different scenarios. Okay, so Siva says, I was able to finish, but the interface is too bad. Yes, that's what I told Siva. I know the interface was really problematic. You didn't appear, wasn't prepared in exam center, was located far away. Okay, there was a chance you could have taken, but that's alright. Yes guys, so how was your experience? Please share with me, and then we'll analyze the paper. I've understood that interface was really tricky. Yes, typing interface was the worst. Paper was lengthy. Yes, that's another point, Siddhant. Very true. Because guys, in the mock tests, to my students, I had already told that you should be prepared for both the scenarios. Essay could be 250 words, or the other 400 words, and that's what exactly happened. The essay was for 400 words, and there was another change in letter. We were expecting the letter to be 150 words, but it was 250 words. So they wanted to see the elaboration part. They wanted to see if you could elaborate your answers. Yes, Siva. That was a shocker for me as well, because letter is not actually made in 250 words, but actually there were 3 choices given to you. One was for report, second was for informal letter, and there was another for formal letter. So probably they would have given the choice that you can write up to 250 words. So because the itinerary that was asked in the question, that would have taken a long, it would have taken a lot of word limit. Okay, Sashi Ranjan said bad, cut off. Well, I'm expecting it would be lesser than probably previous years, because it was a new kind of exam that was thrown at you. So letter was 236 words. Perfect, Shiva, not a problem. 10% above and below, that's perfectly alright, Shiva. So not to worry about that. But I hope you followed everything that was taught to you, Shiva. Right? If you remember all the structure that I've taught in the course, that this is the structure you need to follow while writing a formal letter or while writing a report, or while writing an informal letter. So that would have worked for you. Alright, so cutoff, I'm probably, yes, Bhuval, less than previous times, less than the previous years. But yes, because it was a shocker for everyone, right? Alright guys, so let's go through the paper first and tell me which topic did you choose and what you wrote, and if you have any queries, if you have any doubts, you're more than welcome guys, okay? So let's begin with first of all the essay topics. Now these are memory based topics, not the exact scenario that was given to you in the exam, but I mean these are basically the topics that were given to you. Number one was, I think digitalization and internet should be a right instead of luxury, right? So what they wanted to see that whether internet or digitalization, right, it should occur or not, is it beneficial to us or not, or it should not be a luxury, it should be a right to us. Second was importance of art and music in life. Third was increase in number of people living in old age homes, that was one. Or the real point there was difference in opinions between elders and young ones, right? Number fourth was importance of communication skills, and which this topic was also thrown at you in another way. Digitalization and communication was thrown at you in the SEBI previous year. And underemployment and unemployment, right? So yes, now letter was very good, okay. 150 words, Kavach, you should have at least elaborated. If the word limit is 250 words, then you cannot finish the letter in 150 words, Kavach. You should have pushed it more. Okay, there was no option of line spacing, Siddhant. That's another issue that many students faced. Now, what I have heard from many students, what actually the scenario was, now, exactly after the full stop, if you push the enter button, then you were able to switch to the next line. Otherwise, if you left one space after the full stop, or if you left one blank after a comma, then you were not able to switch, right? So, yes, Siddhant, that was the key there, which many of the students did not know. That was new to us as well. So that's what I have received, from different students. Please guide me. Okay, Saurabh, this is the phone number. You can contact us on this number, 8146207241. You can call us and inquire for the same. Or you can also visit our website. You can visit www.edutap.co.in, or you can also write us an email at hello@edutap.co.in, and the team will be able to help you out. Okay. All right. So that's for you, Saurabh. Health versus money priority. All right. Sir, is it internet speed? Sir, unemployment means underemployment is okay when there are a lot of people in the country, right, and there are not enough jobs. That is called unemployment. And underemployment is, the difference between organized sector and unorganized sector. Google. That's underemployment. The skills are up to the mark, but they are not getting paid enough. That's underemployment. Now, good score in this paper, Mahesh, would be around 65 to 68 above. I think that's the cutoff that I probably feel. 65 to 68 would be the cutoff. Good score would be around 75, 76. That would be a good score in this. Alright, Mahesh, spam mat karo. मैंने आपका message पढ़ लिया महेश, ठीक है? Alright guys, so these were the 5 topics. So let me know आपने कौन से topic पे आपने essay लिखा है guys. Now, were you able? The limit was 400 words, and were you able to finish it? Right? 70 plus is good score. Yes, ADB, it's good. 70 plus is a good score for this attempt, guys. But first, let me know आपने किस topic पे से लिखा है? बहुत students ने underemployment, unemployment पे भी लिखा है. Now, whoever is there in the session, please do tell me that whichever topic you chose. 150 words in letter, Shilpa. They would probably deduct marks, Shilpa. Probably out of 20, you'll be, if you've written a good letter, you'll be able to score 12 to 13 marks, because 2 marks would be deducted for word limit. That's for sure. Okay, so Rohit has written about internet. Okay, and attempted that topic. Siva, okay, which was it, Siva? Digitalization, 410 words. Very good, Siddhant. 410 words, give or take, it's all right. so they won't deduct any mark for that. 410, 15, 20, that's perfect. Okay. Vanishka, topic number 1, which is digitalization in trend. So you must have a lot of facts about it. Health versus money priority, I chose. Okay, health versus money. Okay, there was another topic about health versus money. Yes, that could also be elaborative. Internet as a right, I finished, but flow was messed up because of the typing kavach. Yes, I understand, guys. So guys, the interface was really poor. I understand that students face a lot of problems while writing the essay, but it was same for everyone. 406 words, good. Not an if you've written 406, 410, perfectly all right. Internet wala 406, 411 Mahesh, very good, yeah. So they would not deduct marks. Bhuval wrote about importance of communication skills. Very good, Bhuval. One of the students called me up and told me that they've written about underemployment and unemployment. Now, what was the base of that essay? That only 24% of people or population in India has proper internet connection in their mobile phones or at their home. Only 24% of the population in India has proper internet connection with them, 24-hour connectivity, right? So that's a tragic number for a country like India, because everybody is going global, global digitalized now, and everything is, internet based these days. Everything, shopping, education, work, whatever it is, right? So that could have been the base of that essay, and then you could have elaborated more about the provision of internet and everything, right? Now, there were some subtle, very psychological topics, for example, importance of art and music, and importance of communication skills. These are very psychological essays where you have to elaborate your opinions, right? So that was also another good choice. But underemployment and unemployment, that was factual based. Internet and digitalization, that was factual. And opinion, that is your experience based essay. So what your experience tells you. So it was actually a descriptive English test this time. So normally what we used to believe that descriptive English was basically correlated to ARD or ESI to some extent. That's what we believed till now. But this time they have surprised us by throwing a lot of psychological essays at you. So guys, this is another factor that you need to put in from now on, that you need to prepare for psychological topics as well. So read a lot. As I'll tell you, the reading comprehension you got was a very simple, very very different passage from Times of India. It was an article in Times of India couple of years back, and the article was taken up, and that was your reading comprehension, right? Later में enter और space दोनों बटन काम नहीं कर रहे थे. Vanishka, that's what I told you, because you can only use enter after when you put a comma or a full stop, not except except comma or except full stop. Exact after full stop, if you push the enter button, then it would have taken you to the next line. But students did not know that. So probably this was the first time this interface was introduced. So next time we will also try to teach students how to work with this interface. And letter to 50 words impressive. Very good, ADB. You could finish 400 words, letter to 50, impressive 150. That's perfect. So your score should be good. Good communication skills. Okay. Very good, Anji. So that was also very elaborative. So India के लिए नहीं था, world के लिए था. What was that, Vanishka? No, I know, but you could have taken up that topic as well. I'm not saying कि India के purpose से लिखना था. Vanishka, I'm telling that you could have taken it up. कि शुरू में हमने digitalization और internet की importance को हमें cite करके, then we could have take it up to example. Example ले लो कि भाई इंडिया में सिर्फ ऐसे है. तो अगर developing countries में अगर ऐसे है, तो फिर हमें इस पे काम करना चाहिए. Got it. ठीक है? तो वो वर्ल्ड पे अपने आप ही बन जाता. ठीक है? तो वो आपको elaborate करने का तरीका था. Needed to speak appropriately with the wide variety of people whilst maintaining good eye contact demonstration. Yes, very good, Agarpreet. Listen effectively, very good. Yes, in a group. RC answer में कोई word limit है क्या? No, there was no such word limit. You wrote 90 words, 91 words. 5 क्वेश्चन के लिए 91 words. महेश थोड़ा सा और elaborate करना चाहिए था आपको, because पहले एक या दो क्वेश्चन जो मैं अभी दिखाऊंगा आपको, ठीक है? We'll come to that. तो essay में किसी को problem नहीं है. I think all of you were able to finish somewhat around 400 words, right? सभी ने essay complete कर दिया था अपना. बहुत ज़्यादा difference तो नहीं रहा, किसी ने 250 words में तो नहीं खत्म कर दिया. Because मैंने अपने students को हमेशा ये बोला है कि आपको दोनों scenario के लिए तैयार रहना. They could give you an essay for 250 words. They could give you an essay for 400 words. Okay. ग्रेड बी पोस्ट कब तक आ सकती हैं? नॉट श्योर भूवल, अब पता नहीं यार कब तक आएंगी, बट लेट्स होप फॉर द बेस्ट. ठीक है, क्योंकि इस साल सब कुछ हॉच पॉच हो रखा है ड्यू टू द कोविड-19 सिचुएशन. स्पेस बिटवीन डेट एंड एड्रेस इन लेटर, आप फुल स्टॉप लगा के अगर एडजस्ट करते, फुल स्टॉप के जस्ट बाद अगर आप एंटर दबाते तो आप आ जाते हो उसमें. तो बट डोंट वरी, अगर ये नहीं हो रहा था तो गाइज यू कैन राइट एन ईमेल टू नाबार्ड. ठीक है, saying that so this is the grievance that this is the problem that we faced, that we were not able to work with the interface properly, so that should be that should work out, right? So guys, you can write an email to NABARD, asking that this is what happened with me in my exam or in my scenario, right? Couldn't end the letter, missed your sincerely wala part, how many marks will be deducted? Okay, I think 1.5 mark will be deducted, Siddhant, for that. Last English cutoff was 58, so how much we can expect this time? Now ADB, why am I saying 65? Because every year the standard goes up, ADB. So अगर जैसे अगर आपके मार्किंग लीनियंट करेंगे तो कट ऑफ भी अपने आप ऊपर चली जाएगी. ठीक है. Yes, Nikhil, I told you we could not. Why you could not leave a blank space? Reason being because students did not know how to do it. Guys, somebody told me that he was able to do this after putting a full stop. Straight after the full stop, if you press enter, you were able to go to the next line. Art and music improves language. Very good, Agampreet. Reading skills and everything, very good. If you want to encourage language learning, communication and reading, very good, Agampreet. Very good. Lengthy paper. Yes, Puneet, that was another point, guys. You have to be prepared. That's what they were actually looking for. If within 90 minutes, if a student is able to write a 400-word essay, 250 words letter, that is 650 words, then 150 word précis, that is 800 words, and then reading comprehension around 200 words. So he wanted to see if a student can write around odd 1,000 words within 90 minutes. So it was, yes, it was a lengthy paper, but this is the learning out of it, that if you have good drafting skills, and I've always emphasized on the value of articulation, right? Whenever you face a topic, how to prepare a blueprint for that. I know it was a tricky situation for everyone, but that's what they want to see. If a student can work, if a student can perform under pressure, that's the key here. So 382 words, perfectly all right. You couldn't conclude within 400 words EP. Now, how much? If you've written well, then you should be able to score around 29-30 marks in your essay, GP, right? Yes, IBPS PO, वो different platform पे करेंगे अमित, वो अलग उसमें करेंगे हम IBPS PO questions. ठीक है, तो this is about NABARD, right, guys? So guys, please be prepared for such kind of topics. These were the topics that were thrown at you and the scenarios that you need to look into. ठीक है, very good, Agampreet. सभी का Agampreet ने हमें description दे दिया है, तो what could be the proper essay? Because my paper was, I cannot get more than 40. कहाँ तक रह गया वनिश का आपका पेपर? Please do tell how much. What were you not able to attempt? Save salary while living in Mumbai as RBI Grade A officer. How much one can save of salary to appear for this year? Karanveer, saving is in your hands. I mean, if you look at the cost of a place, then you should be able to understand what the what your expenses would be. So you can calculate that. Just find out the normal details. You can save up to 15 or 20% of your salary. My general idea. When time ended, oh, okay, GP. All right. No issues there. They qualified when unemployment is high. Yes, the workforce isn't being utilized fully. Yes, that's underemployment, Agapi. Very good. Letter would only write 200 words. All right, Rohit. 1 or 1.5 mark would be deducted for that. To which email should we send our grievance to? IBPS. No. This is not IBPS. This is NABARD. Nikhil. So NABARD के website पे जाओ, वहाँ पे उनके contact us में उनका email होगा, तो you can write an email to that. Right, guys? चलो. Now coming to your reading comprehension, guys. Now this is the comprehension. I think that was thrown at you in the exam, right? So this was basically based on your addiction to mobile, right? So this was, and this is from Times of India, guys. We've just found out that the topic was the passage was taken from Times of India, right? So guys, this is what you need to learn. That's why reading newspaper every day is very important. So they can throw at you different type of comprehension, different type of passages. So that's very important that you read newspapers every day, right? All right. In essay, 210 words, and RC attempted only one question. Vanishka, oh, 210 would probably get 5 or 6 marks deducted from your essay, Vanishka. And RC only one question, you should have answered more. That's, guys, I've been telling you to all my students, whoever bought this course, Descriptive English course, I have told them, please manage your time limit properly. The time limit that I gave to my students was 30 minutes, 30 to 32 minutes for essay, 10 minutes to read your comprehension, then 15 minutes for your précis, 15 minutes for your reading comprehension answers, and then 15 minutes or 20 minutes for your letter. Okay? And so that you can save some time for proofreading as well. So 30 plus 10, 40 plus 15, 15, 15, that is 45, that's 85 minutes. So you could have finished your paper in 85 minutes if you had understood the importance of time limit. Managing time is one of the most important aspects in this paper, right? So it was 400 words. SEBI, again, Saurabh, not sure. SEBI, I think probably it would be 250, but everybody was expecting the same yesterday, Saurabh. NABARD, everybody was expecting that the essay would be for 250 words, because last year it was for 250 words, but it may be different. So I believe you should be prepared for 250 and 400, both the scenarios. Okay. Write 300 odd words in essay, conclusion was in writing time exhausted. Okay, you should have elaborated, you should have written one more paragraph, Hank. So that would have done. So guys, this was the comprehension that was given to you. Let's come to that. So it was something about mobile addiction. So I'll just read it out to you. As you are attached to your mobile phone, as you are to your kidneys. Free yourself from digital obsession. Help is at hand. This is an intervention. Kindly put away your cell phone and take a much needed break. You may smugly be in denial but compulsively communicating. It has been established as a serious addiction. So if your phone accompanies you from the boardroom to bedroom to bathroom, you may need to reassess your relationship with it. So it was about addiction with your mobile phones, right? While studies across the world have been reasserting how cell phone dependency is a clear present and future danger, UK researchers have recently discovered another facet to the maladies. Smartphone users suffer from anxiety and withdrawal symptoms when they do not receive any messages or updates. So second was the proof of what he is talking about, right? Now coming to the second and third and fourth paragraph, this was the reading comprehension that was thrown at you, right? So guys, basically if I want to summarize, I can see basically reading comprehension emphasized on three different points. One was identifying addiction of mobile phone. That was the first and second paragraph. Second was issues related with this addiction and reasons. What are the reasons behind this addiction and what are the issues related? What happens, anxiety, depression and whatnot. And then similarity between mobile addiction and other addiction. Right? That was the last part of your reading comprehension. And then the questions were how to identify your addiction with mobile phones. Second was, what do you understand by phantom vibration? I think third was, what are the complex consequences of this addiction? Then how psychologists relate mobile addiction with other forms of addictions. And then there was, I think 6 words were given to you. This was seen for the first time. There were some words which were given in bold and they asked you to give the meaning of the words according to the passage, right? So that was your reading comprehension. Your keyboard was not working properly. Write an email to NABARD. Right? Write an email, grievance email to NABARD telling them what happened with you. Average attempt for what, Amardeep? Oral paper average attempt would be around 75 to 80. Right? That would be average attempt of every student. Now, what marks will they score you? That depends. referred to as problematic mobile. Very good, Agampreet. Video games addiction and leads to severe. Yes, very good. So typing interface was not working. Many students face this issue. Yes, Jay, I know. I've addressed this problem. So you can write an email to NABARD telling them to please work on this issue and look at this in a serious manner. You can do that. You can write an email to NABARD, guys. Okay. To use certain lines directly from the para which are important. GP, you can use the information given in the paragraph, but you had to put it in your own words. That is the articulation that they were looking for. Okay, so you have to read the passage, understand it, and then present it in your own words. Right? What is serious addiction? Yes, how to identify your addiction with mobile phones. Right? Yes, so there were some questions saying of undergraduate medical professional, Puneet Singh, okay, monthly basis, okay, who wasn't able to change the paragraph while typing. ये problem आया है, ये पुनीत बहुत कोई problem आया है. Yes, Pushkar 225 is perfectly all right, ठीक है? Because हमने हमेशा क्या कहा है 250 words का 10% ऊपर या नीचे रख के चलो. तो 250 का 10% is 25 words. तो 225 to 275 within that limit, that's perfectly all right. So Pushkar, you should be good. Sir, for Pressy I wrote only 110 words. It was not having enough time, but I concluded properly. Should be all right. You know, they would probably Nivedita, they would probably deduct 1 or 1.5 mark for that, but not more than that. Hello Arshad, how are you? That's okay. Established, and yeah, I think this is memory based GP. I also cannot find out all the words, but I think the words were very simple. I think they were very simple, clear, root, wandering, triggered. I think they are very simple words. They were not very difficult. But point is, this has been seen for the first time. Okay, NABARD has never done this. They have never asked students to write the meanings of the words. Right? This has been seen for the first time. This is the type of essay or reading comprehension, passage that they throw at you in your CAT exams. So this was something like that, right? Too good in typing on keyboard? No, it's not too good, Saurabh. If you're decent, you should be able to finish in time. If you have practice, if you have data, if you have ample insight into the paper, you will be able to finish it on time. So you don't need to be, expert in typing. You should be just decent, writing 20-25 words per minute. That does it. Okay. All right. Transparent or very good, Agam. All right. Agam ने सारे ऐसे पैसेज यहीं पे लिख दिए. Tips for SEBI descriptive, sir. NABARD has shocked everyone. Aditya, yes, that's what I feel. It has been a shock for everyone, but that's the learning from it. That you should be ready for any scenario that is being thrown at you. 370 words, perfectly all right, Harsha. Perfectly all right. It's actually the right amount to write. Right after title for Pressy, I think it was cell phone addiction or addiction of gadgets. That could be one, or cell phone addiction. The title for the passage on this in the newspaper was simple: addiction of cell phones. Simple as that. Right. So guys, this was the reading comprehension, and I hope this was not too difficult. Now, the first and second questions, they were factual questions. That how to identify your addiction with mobile phones, that was given in the first paragraph, and what do you understand by phantom vibration, that was also given in the paragraph itself. Rest, what are the complex consequences of this addiction? This was a bit elaborative, you should have elaborated, and how psychologists relate mobile addiction with other forms. Now, this could have also been elaborated. So, first two questions were factual, second two were elaborative, and fifth question was simple word meanings, right? So synonyms, so word meanings, right? Right, guys. 80 mark proper paper, yes, that would be all right. ADB, perfectly, nothing wrong with that. But you'd have to score high for that. Yes, Google करके मत बताओ गमप्रीत ये सब, ठीक है? Right. I'm just discussing. This was the paper. 420 words, perfectly all right, Puneet. The darker side of cell phone, yes, very good. Rakesh, although it is very helpful, but it has also become an addiction. So, very good, very apt title, Rakesh. Yes, guys, cell phone, the electronic addiction. That is also true, Rohit. So, you've understood the passage. Yes, yes, absolutely correct. Pressy 160 words. Pressy should be below 150 words. Pressy 160 nahi hona chahiye tha, Puneet. It should have been 150. So probably they will deduct only half or probably 1 mark for that. Letter 160, again too short, you should have been 220 words or something. Okay, it was left for only 10 minutes. Then what could you do? Koi baat nahi, let's keep the fingers crossed, guys. So can we pick some words from? Yes, you can pick some words from the passage, but the overall idea, the overall sentence framing should be in your own way. Saurabh, that's the key here. Very good. So essay 402 words, very good, Gopal. Press C, letter 252, press C 151, Gopal. Very well done, perfectly done, guys. So this was the reading comprehension that was being thrown at you, and you had to prepare a press C for the same. So these were the important points that you could have framed your press C. You could have started with the title, saying addiction of mobile phone or darker side of mobile, right? Then you should have the first sentence of the press C should have been the main idea of the passage, that in the digitalized world, people all over the globe are getting addicted to cell phones or mobile phones, which has become an integral part of their life, which is a cause of alarm. Something you should have started with that, right? Then there were addiction, how to identify. Now it can be identified. You should always write the press in third person perspective, that it could be identified by the way we carry our mobiles with ourselves 24 hours a day, right? From the moment we wake up till we lie down in the bed, we are so addicted that we cannot live it. So that would be the next point. Then you could have mentioned the issues related with this addiction, that whatever the problems of any addiction are, for example drinking, gambling. So this is a similar addiction which will have problems. So addiction to that, and then coming to the other part, that it may have implications on your life. So that would be the coming sentences of the present. Then to similarize both them, and then last one sentence would be the conclusion part, that it's bad and that's what the author wants to suggest. So it is bad, so we should leave it to the extent that we need to use it and spend our times in a social environment as well. So that could have been a proper 150 word pressing, and then these questions for the same. Now guys, coming to the letter part, now I think this is the first time they've given you 3 options. Now there was one option for a report on this. So one was for a formal letter and other was for an informal letter. So guys, you had 3 choices, out of which you had to write one, 250 words, either a report on excursion with all the itinerary details. Second was letter to a bank asking for 4 lakh rupees loan for renovation of house, and third was letter to daughter who has just gone to the UK to pursue her PhD, telling her about importance of hard work and discipline, right? So I know that was the whole key here, right? Cell phone addiction a reality. Very good, Nikhil. That was a very apt title to this. Very good, very well done, guys. I was writing the concluding part of the essay. Word counts were 1, 3 into 6, and time I got how much time marks can be deducted? I think 2 to 3 marks, right, Hunk? So 2 to 3 marks will be deducted, and if you've written well, then probably you'll be able to score around 28 or 30 marks in your essay, right? So guys, this was the last question for the exam. Either you had to write a report about an excursion with itinerary details, or letter to a bank. I think most of you must have written the letter to a bank requesting for 4 lakh rupees loan. Now probably if I've always told my students to mention a scheme or something in there, so that under Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, Pradhan Mantri Urban Awas Yojana, now you can avail a loan from a bank without any collateral or without any mortgage, and you can avail a loan for renovation of your house. So that could have been added into the letter, and I have taught this to all my students, that whatever scheme you can relate to it, you should also mention that. Best exam of my life, second paper, I saved 35 minutes, finance. Very good Gopal, kudos to you here. Sequence in which one should attempt the paper. Okay, Saurabh, this is a very common question. That's what's the sequence that we should attempt in? I always believe that it's subjective to everyone, guys. But what I feel is you should always start with the strongest part in, so that you can at least score well in whichever part you faced the best, whichever part you felt that this is the best way, right? Alright guys, dopamine and smartphone, very good Govind. The mankind new addiction, mobile phones, very good Siddharth. Mankind's new addiction, very good. Two is so easy, okay. Second is so easy because I think guys, yes, Nikhil John, because I told you there was an option you could have, if you just pressed right after comma or full stop, then you would be able to switch to the next line. Essay 30 minutes, second letter 15 minutes, third passive 15 and RC 25 to 30. Very good Gopal, that's also good sequence. Now it actually depends on person to person, right? It's very different for everyone. So guys, I hope all of you did well. I hope all of you were able to finish the test on time and you were able to write ample, right? These problems were faced by everyone. The interface issue was faced by everyone. Same, some typing errors, typing problems were also faced by some students. So, if you had some particular problem, you can write an email to NABARD. But this paper teaches us that we need to be prepared for whatever scenario you can imagine. We always expect that this paper was supposed to be, very factual or based on economics or finance or ARD or ESI. But it didn't happen in this time. It was actually based on more on your English language, on your comprehension skills. So the passage was nowhere based on economics or finance anywhere. Even the essay topics were nowhere based, related to economics or ARD or ESI. None of them, right? Similarly, a letter topic only. I think the good part is all the students I have, they would be prepared for it. That I'm sure about. Because I remember in batch 5 and batch 4, also in batch 3, I have always given one topic on unemployment. So even in batch 5, my recent batch which we just finished before the exam, in that batch I specifically gave one topic on unemployment and many students wrote on that. Unemployment is the crisis of India right now and that would have helped everyone. Okay. Alright, so that was that guys. And yes guys, if you have any queries, if you have any doubts, please do let us know. And the learning from this is, number 1, to read newspapers every day. Number 2, do not expect what you expect from these exams because it can be different from what you are trying. So you should be prepared for different scenarios. And third, you should actually focus on your English language from now on because this will be the key factor in this exam. Guys, I'll tell you, English will be the deciding exam in this. Yesterday's exam, reason being because ARD and ESI was, most of the students told me it was very good, it was very easy. Students were able to, finish off the paper very easily. And they almost scored more than, I think what they told me that they will be able to score more than 75, 80, 85 marks. So guys, it's really competitive in that paper. So whomsoever scores well in this paper, descriptive English paper, he'll be able to crack this exam. So guys, now I think you'll understand how important English is. If my content was average, then you can expect average, Ashish. I mean, you can expect around 65, 70 marks out of 100, right? Agampreet ne pura aise yahin pe likh diya. Thank you, Agampreet. Thank you for the effort. I've written handwriting in my admit card, but could not click on online exam. I don't understand, Vijay. What are you saying? Writing in my admit card, but could not click on online exam. Is there any problem? I do not understand, Vijay. मुझे समझ नहीं आया क्या क्वेश्चन कह रहे हो आप. Please एक बार बताओगे क्या कह रहे हो? Yes. So guys, that was that. And guys, there is another session for ARD and ESI as well. Today itself at 5 p.m. in the evening. So guys, 5 p.m. ARD and ESI analysis, exam analysis is there. Do not miss that session, guys. Alright? 18 ARD ESI, really, yes. Yes, guys, chalo, बता ही देंगे ARD ESI कैसा हुआ. It automatically, no problem. Okay, Vijay. Is showing not answered after the exam. Answer key आने के है ना, yes and ARD key. Yes. So obviously you will be able to understand what would be the score. So guys, students have performed really well in ARD and ESI. So my thoughts, Aditya, would be prepared for these three topics, which we obviously expect. Number one, essay. Number two, Pressy. And number three, reading comprehension. And time would be 60 minutes. So probably 250 words or 350 words essay. Then 150 words Pressy and then 150 word letter. So that would be SEBI pattern. We'll discuss that later on. Okay. Okay. Yes, that can also be the scenario, right? So results expected, Kavach, probably next month. Hopefully next month we're expecting the results. But during coronavirus, I cannot say for sure, because normally NABARD does it quickly. But let's hope. Let's keep the fingers crossed, guys. Alright guys, so there's another session at 5 p.m. today, so please make sure that you subscribe to that. And guys, whosoever is planning to prepare for NABARD Grade A, guys, that's the good news that I was about to tell you, that we have launched a comprehensive course for the preparation of NABARD Grade A for the year 2021. The course has been launched, and you can start preparation for your next year right now. Or if any one of your relatives, your cousins, your nephews, brother, sister, whosoever is thinking of preparing for this, you can also inform them about this course, that we have launched a course for the year 2021, and it takes one good year to prepare for it. So I think it is the right time you started preparing for this exam. Okay. Okay. So guys, yes, if you have any doubts, please. Yes, the 7 p.m. class will be there, Sabyasachi. We will take that class. Tuesday I was stuck with the NABARD paper because students had a lot of queries, so I had to postpone the session on Tuesday. So there will be session on that. Yes, guys. Okay, if it says that your answer is not submitted, then probably it will not be evaluated, Vijit. So please, if it says that it has not been submitted, then it may be a problem. So yes, you should contact NABARD, and there is a grievance portal for that, and you can write your grievances in that. वर्ड लिमिट पे देखो, अगर मैं बोलता हूँ कि ऐसे में आउट ऑफ 40 वर्ड लिमिट होती है 5 to 6 मार्क्स, ठीक है. अगर मैं बोलता हूँ प्रेसी, तो वर्ड लिमिट होती है आउट ऑफ 20, इट्स अगेन 3 to 4 मार्क्स. सेम इन लेटर, वर्ड लिमिट इज 3 to 4 मार्क्स, and same in your reading comprehension. But reading comprehension, there is no word limit per se, but you have to write ample according to the question, right? So you can say 10 to 15% marks of the questions are allocated to word limit, right? So word limit is one very important factor that you need to look at, guys. Okay. All right, guys. So any other question, guys? So guys, if you're preparing, and I hope all of you must have learnt a lot from the descriptive English batch or the NABARD batch that we had launched for ARD and ESI, and that was helpful for you. So 395 word, that's perfectly alright. On more 395 is the ideal limit. You should not cross, very far ahead of 400. You should not lag behind very far. So it should be around 360, 370 to 410, 420, 430. That's perfectly alright, guys. So guys, always remember 10% is the rule whenever you find a word limit. So for example, if it's 400, so 10% below and 10% above, that's perfectly alright. Same in Pressy, if it's 150 words, so 135 to 165, it's perfectly alright. If the letter was for 250 words, then 225 to 275 is perfectly alright, right? Sir, I attempt specialist post, so the cutoff would be different in English. Yes, Vanishka, obviously it will be different, but it will be calculated in a different manner. All the separate paper will be kept, the cutoff will be kept separate, and this will be kept separate, and then they will be added up together later on. After exam, all questions answered or showing. After exam all questions answered, then it will be evaluated. If it shows that unanswered, then there is a problem. Okay, showing not answered. The handwriting का कुछ था भी नहीं उसमें वैसे. Don't worry. Handwritten showing not answered, then there is no problem with that. And if you want to get details into it, you can contact Vijay NABARD. Okay. But if at the end submission is done and everybody is saying it's saying that exam have been answered, then there is no problem. Okay. So contact NABARD. Yes. Alright guys, so that was it for this analysis of the paper. So the key features of this is to understand that you need to read newspapers every day. You need to be prepared for different scenarios, right? कम होंगे, आधे मार्क्स कम हो जाएंगे, तो probably you'll only be score 5 or 6 marks less than an average attempt novice. G&FA का शाम को 5 बजे है अभिषेक, ठीक है? It's at 5 PM today, Abhishek. So for ARD, ESI, GAFA, all that is in analysis की बात कर रहे हैं. G&FA की video session नहीं आ रहा है. Okay, video session Abhishek, that I'll talk to the management and let's see, we'll work that out. Which we have to write down on admit card. Oh, okay. So there was a declaration on screen which we had to write down on admit card. So I'm not sure what declaration was that, but if you had followed the instructions, Vijit, then there would be no problem. Okay. Alright guys, so I hope your exam went well, and I really wish all of you all the best for your success, for your journey, and I hope you'll do wonders in life and keep on preparing, right? Think positive guys, right? And always be prepared for the shockers, because the exam pattern, everything is, it's changing with time, so we need to change with time, we need to adapt. So adaptation is the important part here, right? Only 200 words managed, but written intro, body, conclusion, then probably they'll deduct 1 or 1.5 mark, Avish, for that. If you written only 200 words, if you are, if you lag by 50 words, then probably they'll deduct 1.5 marks for that, right? So guys, all the very best for your future, and let's see when the result comes out, and hopefully you'll crack the exam. So don't worry, just be positive. It will be evaluated, Vijit, but if there is something which you have not done as per the instructions, then there may be a problem. So that's what I'm telling you. Contact NABARD for that, and they'll be in a better position to understand your query for that. So that this is what I've done and this is what is missing. So it is applicable, or is it good or not, right? So guys, yes, before we end the session, guys, this is the contact number if you have any queries for any of the courses, 8146207241, or you can also write us an email at hello@edutap.co.in. This is our website guys, www.edutap.co.in, right? So guys, all the very best to everyone who's watching the video or who will watch the video, and let's see, now this is the reaction, this is the analysis. So it was in general quite easy, the paper was quite easy, but the interface and the typing issues and the structural issues were the issues some face, so we need to work on that. Okay. Yes Abhishek, I'll look into that. Essay was of 400 words. Yes Avish. So if you've written 200 words, probably you'll score less than an average score guys, so you should be prepared for that. Okay. Contact soon, otherwise you will be in trouble. Yes Vijit, you should contact as soon as possible. Gmail doesn't work. Agampreet, what Gmail? If you have any other doubts, please do let us know guys. And to all my students, all the very best for your future endeavors, and hopefully we'll stay in touch. If you have any further doubts, you can also call us or contact us via email and let us know what your views or opinions are. So I hope whatever you've learnt in your ARD, ESI and descriptive English part, that was helpful to you in this exam, and I'm damn sure our students will succeed. So they were well, they were well prepared, and they were rigorously put into the scenarios of working there. There is no Gmail, edutap.co.in. hello@edutap.co.in, that's the email ID Agampreet, and our website is www.edutap.co.in. There is no Gmail for EduTap, Agampreet. Okay. So NABARD next year आएगा. Yes, बिल्कुल आएगा Shubham. It will come every year, hopefully, आपके पास थोड़ा लेट ज़रूर हो गया बट आता हर साल है. So we should be ready and we should start preparing for the same. Absolutely आएगा शुभम, right? So guys, having said that, thank you so much for joining in the session and I hope you succeed in life and you succeed in this paper. So thank you very much and have a great day, and do not forget to subscribe 5 p.m. today for ARD and ESI session. Okay? So thank you so much guys, take care and happy learning to all of you.